through our kit via the OLED screen and the data dial. Now, you may want to check on the software to make sure that you've selected the right expansion, and of course, to make sure that you've got your media around the show, which will be revealed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and load the kit. Now, because I'm on a blank tab, first track, automatically thrown that onto the track. But it's worth noting that if I've already got kits loaded in, when I load that track, it does just load it to the computer's memory. We have to specify for each track which kit we want to load into it from the RAM. So today, we've gone for our kit, and we've got a selection of sounds loaded in and ready to go. It's worth noting that in order to select the program, you click the program select button.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy G, and I had to make this video. I've been on the low, and the only reason why I've been on the low is
I wish y'all old ass niggas on the MPC would shut the heck up. Real talk. Everybody hating on this thing, right? It's right here. I've had the X. I've had Studio, the silver and the black. Touch. I've had every version damn near of the MPC. Except for the old school joints. The old school joints. You know what I mean? I have never had one of those. Plan on getting one day. But I had the MPC X for a year. For a freaking year, made one beat with it. Wasn't my workflow, feel me? I'm the doll head that started with FL Studios. Now, I also keep in mind that more than just standalone users want to use an MPC. I'm not a standalone user, but I want to use MPC, and I don't want to use a MIDI controller. If you know what I mean by MIDI controller, I mean the MPD drum pad machines and stuff like that by Kai. I don't want to use those. No, I want to use an MPC. This is an MPC. No matter what you say, this is an MPC that's made for people who are used to using DAW work, not the standalone workflow. It's not an MPC workflow, just so you guys know. It's a difference between a standalone workflow and an in-the-box workflow. If you're an in-the-box workflow type person, then this is perfect for you. This is perfect for you, and it still gives you everything that you wanted on an MPC, just in the box, with an in-the-box workflow. So everybody out here like DL and all those other MPC heads, they're like the MPC X, they're like all that other that standalone joints. It's good. Love what you love, man. But at the same time, I had the MPC X. I'm not a dumb nigga. But at the same time, for my workflow and how I like to get it, the MPC Studio, the new version, is good for it. I'm not being promoted by MPC or sponsored in any way. But at the same time, I also understand when a product is good. You guys putting out all this dirt on the MPC Studio, the new one, because of a small screen. Really? It ain't MPC fault that you blind. Just because you blind don't mean this ain't an MPC. This is an MPC made for people that like to work in the DAW. All y'all do is sit out there and put dirt on shit that MPC that Kai come up with. Call yourselves not giving people the heads up. Nah, you're not giving people the heads up, man. Because not everybody works with a standalone workflow. So does that mean that they shouldn't be privileged to use an MPC? They shouldn't have an MPC that's made for their mindset. their workflow. All that is hate, man. That's haterism. If you're going to hate on somebody, there we go. Let me bring that down just a little bit. Bro, looking a little ashy right now. But if you're going to hate on something because of the size of the screen, when 9 times out of 10, anybody out there that's using the MPC, right? That's used to working in the DAW, I'll put it like that. They're used to looking at the screen. They're not sitting here looking at that. Comes in handy every now and then. But ain't nobody looking at that. I use my desktop. This is for me to use my hands, not my eyes. Up there. When it comes to the workflow of the MPC Studio, it's perfect for anybody who uses a DAW. If you're out here using the beat software, if you're out here using the MPC software, and you want something that works good with it, right there. If you're used to using in the box work and not standalone, because we got to start somewhere, you feel me? We got to start somewhere. There's the people, I wish when I started, MPC had something like this out. When I first started making beats, I wish, real talk, it's affordable. It helps me get into using the idea because it's not all just about the DAW. You feel me? It's not just a piece of gear to run inside your DAW. It also actually helps you learn how to work on an MPC. So if later I decide to want to blossom over and say, hey, boom, I got the stacks right now to spend on a big boy MPC, let me go ahead and do it. I use this already. I already got the workflow with my hands and everything good. All you gotta do is learn the workflow of in the DAW, of in the standalone unit. And I'm gonna be real with you. I had the MPC Studio, the silver and the black, and the screen on that, the number shits and all that, that wasn't my lane, bro. That wasn't my lane. I'm sorry. Just not me. Wasn't for me. But this thing right here, I respect dude, DL, down low. I respect him though, for real. I respect him a lot. But at the same time, some of the things he say is just ludicrous, man. Just straight ludicrous. Some of the things you MPC heads out there are saying is straight ludicrous, straight stupid, dumb, idiotic, not thought out at all. Y'all just, the reason y'all say it is just because you want to pluck something out the air about the MPC Studio to talk so you can have a YouTube video. That shit's getting annoying. I don't even do these streams like this. But I feel like somebody need to be real with y'all. Anybody out there telling you don't buy the MPC Studio, they used to using standalone, you shouldn't even listen to them in the first place. Find somebody that uses the MPC Studio in the box and find out what they think about it. Because listening to somebody who works, feel me, on standalone gear, that's a whole different mindset. You want somebody who works with your mindset, you feel me? And I've been using it for a few weeks now. And it's fine. I've made a couple of beats on it. And I haven't had any problem. Beats sell just like if I was using the MPC X. So just like everything else, beat was a banger. But y'all MPC heads, y'all old. For one, you're old and you stuck in your ways. Get out your ways, man. Matter of fact, get out your own way. Learn something new. I'm 40. Feel me? So I understand the idea that we get stuck in our ways. We get used to what we used to using. But really, we need to learn how to blossom on. You feel me? How to adapt, how to grow and adapt. You can't grow being used to stuck on the same shit. This helped me come up out of using FLs all the time. So in my mindset and my opinion, the MPC Studio is a great piece of equipment for anybody out there using DAW work, putting in DAW work. If you're not putting in DAW work and you like using standalone, more power to you. But if you're trying to get into the MPC lane and you ain't worried about the size of the screen, and you ain't stuck on the idea that, hey, I'm just used to using what I'm used to using. If you ain't old school and acting old school, and you open-minded, go out there, get yourself an MPC Studio, the new one, MPC Studio 2, or whatever fits your workflow or your mindset. And don't let all these videos out here where people drop reviews and talk shit about shit that they don't even like using them damn selves. You feel me? They go to Guitar Center, test it out a couple of times, and all of a sudden they think they got a full comprehensive understanding of how the shit work. And then they go home, jump on their computer and say, oh, don't you buy this. I tried it at Guitar Center. Let me tell you something, brother. Don't buy the MPC Studio. Idiots, bro. Idiots. All idiots. All closed-minded idiots. Use what works for you. MPC makes gear for their clientele. And not all their clientele are standalone users. Do any of y'all ever keep that in mind? Not everybody in their clientele started in the 80s with an MPC. Do y'all keep that in mind? No. Y'all just get stuck with the idea of what you were using when you came out and how things is changing, and it's not the same. It's not going to be the same. Shit, tell you the truth, the MPCs, as much as we love them, and I love them, I want one my damn self. The old school factors are falling off. People want something new. Why do you think Akai came out with the Akai MPC X? They flagship. So people would stop going out there trying to find these old school MPC 2000s, XLs and all that shit. It's old, it's old. Even if you can do the same shit now and make banger beats and shit with it now, this is new. You feel me? The world's changing. So stop being closed-minded. Open your mind to something new. Nah, that's all I'm going to say about it. I ain't going to make a long rant. I ain't going to go to dialing in and playing on the MPC. If you want to know what it's like, go get yourself one. Try it and decide for yourself. Holla at me, people. 100.